Hello, everybody. Happy coffee with Colby. Sorry, I am a little late today. Was running late at a doctor's appointment, but I'm here and we are here. And today I wanted to talk about quitting. I don't know if any of you saw that Times article I wrote where it's okay to quit, because it's a tricky thing that we come up with, you know. Are you supposed to move on? Are you supposed to quit something? Are you supposed to move past something? Or are you supposed to keep moving forward? And that's the tough part here, is knowing when to quit, when to move forward, or when to kind of hang in there. Because there's this misconception, I think, that when something is tough or when there's a struggle, that it's not right. The universe is telling you it's not right. But I always don't think that, you know. I think that sometimes it's that struggle that we're surrendering. I'm picking something up, sorry, because I am in the way here. So sometimes I think, good morning, Helen. Sometimes I think, you know, there is a little bit of struggle, and that's normal. So just because you're experiencing some hiccups or some bumps, that to me doesn't mean you're on the wrong path, okay? I think it really has to do with, does it feel good to you? Are you feeling good about what you're doing? Are you feeling inspired? Are you feeling happy about what you're doing? You know, there's someone I know, a client, and she didn't think she could pass the CPA exam. And I kept saying, of course you can, of course you can. She thought she wasn't supposed to do it because it was tough. And it's like, no, just because it's tough doesn't mean you're not supposed to do it. But there are times when you are doing something that is not on the right path, when you are not listening to your soul, when you are not being in alignment. Now that's when you gotta quit. That's when you've got to make a decision to say, I'm going to go for something new, or I'm going to listen to myself, or I'm going to put myself out there in a different way. So, and that's again, so, you know, if you're trying to, let's say you are doing this work and you want to do this work, but it's not easy. I mean, I'm telling you, it's definitely not an easy path, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of perseverance. It takes a lot of trust. It takes a lot of surrendering. So you may feel tested. You may feel questioning yourself, but that's actually a good thing, right? That's not a bad thing that you're being questioned. It's making sure you want to do this, right? They're making sure you want to serve. They're making sure that you're listening to yourself. So when you have a hiccup, when you have a bit of a setback, when you do something and, you know, there's not a huge response, don't think that that's not because you're not supposed to do it, okay? Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, have any of you experienced that where, you know, you've been trying to do something and you feel a bit of a hiccup and you say, I just want to quit. I just want to give this up. But you know, don't give up. Don't give up unless you're not feeling fulfilled. If you're not feeling inspired, if you're not feeling driven, if you're not feeling fulfilled doing what you're doing, then yes, you have to reevaluate, you have to reflect, look at where you are, look at what you're doing, look at how you're doing it. Maybe you're just doing it in a way that isn't quite in alignment. That's okay, so then just tweak it. Doesn't mean you throw it in the trash, doesn't mean you walk away, doesn't mean you give up. So many people give up too quickly and they don't persevere, and we have to persevere. It is about perseverance. Now, if it's so there's two different ways, right? There's, hey, I'm not listening to myself, or there's, I'm listening to myself, but it's not going easy. I think if you're, good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Jackie. If you're listening to yourself, you're listening to your higher self, you know you want to do this, you know you're on trying something new, but it's scary, you're not sure about the outcome, you're not sure about how it goes, that's when you don't quit. You keep at it, you keep doing it, you keep pushing forward. Now, if you're in a situation, good morning, Zoli. Great, I love that, Zoli. If you're in a situation where you know you're supposed to be doing something different, or you have that feeling that you're supposed to be doing something different, but you're holding on to what you know, you're holding on to security, you're holding on to safety. Now, that's probably when you gotta quit. That's when you gotta go, oh, I gotta be strong enough and courageous enough to move forward. People think that once you follow your life purpose, or once you find it, or once you find a calling, it's all so easy, and that's just not the case. I don't think so. I really don't. I've been doing this work 5 years now, and has the universe opened up? Oh my goodness, absolutely. And do I know that I'm serving a life purpose? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean there's not bumps. It doesn't mean there's not, sometimes it's hard. It doesn't mean that there's not a little bit of struggle at times. I think that that's just part of our experience, whether that's us letting go of something, a thought process, a belief system, or whether or not it's just a lesson. It doesn't mean we're supposed to just throw in the towel right away. I think so many people quit too easily. They quit on themselves too easily. They give up on dreams, passions, hopes, because it didn't fulfill itself right away. And knowing, you guys, you've got this, and you can do this, and not give up, and not just throw it away. It's about perseverance and loving what you do, regardless of what it is, regardless of if that's serving spirit or doing something different. Whatever that is with your life, just have the courage to pursue it. Now, one of the things I think is a really great way to kind of help, if something feels scary but yet feels exciting at the same time, then I think you're supposed to follow it. You're supposed to look at it. If it feels scary or doesn't feel right, and it feels not in alignment, that's when you have to listen to say no. So it works two ways. It is that compass. It is going back and forth to say, am I just being a scaredy cat? Am I just being afraid of what's unknown? Or do I really not want to do this? And having the courage to listen to both sides of that is the key. Sometimes it's about walking away and quitting, and sometimes it's about perseverance, and knowing which case and which scenario it is for you is how I think you can really get that success quicker, that level of fulfillment quicker, that alignment quicker. It's not all one thing or another. It is about balance, and it is about working through your own fear, working through those own insecurities that we all have. Anyone who tries to tell you that they don't have any insecurities is someone who's probably not working on themselves enough. Because if you're pushing yourself, if you're striving, if you're really going for things, I think there's insecurities and lessons that always pop up. And it's just going with the flow and not quitting because of it. And again, and knowing that just because you made a decision at one point in your life doesn't mean you have to hold on to it forever. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change your path. You're allowed to change your career. You're allowed to change your relationship. You're allowed to change your viewpoints, your opinions, your thought processes. We are supposed to change. I don't know where it comes that people say you're not supposed to. Of course you're supposed to. It's called growth. Let's grow together. So anyhow, that's our little inspiration talk today. And it is about knowing when to quit and when to walk away. Oh, that song. Know when to walk away, know when to run. So, yeah, that's exactly what it's about. So trust yourself, and start to listen to yourself, and know that it's okay to quit when you know it's right. It's also okay to persevere when you know you're supposed to hang in there. All right, so listen to yourself, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.